This is the Arizona Wildcats Video Extra brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, joined today from Los Angeles by Daniel Burke. Daniel, you're at Pac-12 Media Days. Today is day 2, an unprecedented day 2. How'd it go?
Yeah, it went well. I like the new format, split it up over 2 days. I think the league needed it. It gives everybody a little more time to talk to the coaches and the players. So went well. It was a picture-perfect day here in L.A., and it's just nice being out here. We miss you out here. Everyone keeps asking me where the Finley twins are.
Oh, geez. And what'd you tell them? Hopefully, what do you tell them? There's no...
I just tell them they're home resting. They don't really work hard. Who knows what the Finleys are doing.
Love that. Hey, Daniel, you wrote in today's paper a really nice story about Rich Rodriguez and kind of how he dominated yesterday's media day without saying a whole lot. In terms of the image he projects nationally, how popular is he, and what does that mean for Arizona?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It's funny, last night when you talk with the other reporters and you reflect on the day, everyone just thinks the guy is so funny, and they love those one-liners that I wrote about today, and he projects just a very calm and funny attitude that really not a lot of other coaches in this conference have. There's a lot of different personalities in this league, but there's not a lot of Rich Rodriguez's. So, I think it does help, and I think the way that it's helped, and we're going to talk about this in our preview section next month, is the way they differently do things in terms of recruiting and in terms of getting the message out, whether that's filming a speed video or a hard edge video or having mariachi sing to him on his birthday. They just do things differently, and I think the image nationally is just that he's a different cat, and it works for Arizona and it works for them.
Right. This is the Arizona Wildcats video show brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Ryan Finley, joined by Daniel Burke from Los Angeles. Daniel, the Pac-12 is a coaches' conference all of a sudden. You look around, Rich Rodriguez obviously is accomplished, but kind of everybody from the top on down has a personality as a head coach. Who surprised you the most at this year's media day, and which coach do you just plain like talking to?
The guy that surprised me the most was Mike McIntyre from Colorado. I still think that guy's going to be a star in this business, and I think that he's on the right path to getting Colorado back. I think right now Colorado is a perfect example of what Rich Rodriguez always talks about when you rebuild a program. And you know this, first you lose big, then you lose small, then you win small, and then you win big. So they lost big last year. They're probably going to lose small this year and start winning games in the next couple of years. But he's so engaging, and he loves to talk football. He loves to talk X's and O's, but in an entertaining way. And then this isn't going to go over all that well in Tucson, but the guy that I like talking to and being around is Todd Graham. His quote today that Coach Graham isn't bigger than the team. When you speak in third person and say you're not bigger than the team, that just kind of cracks me up. And he's wearing his ASU boots and his wristbands, and he's talking about scholar ballers and all this stuff. I find the guy very entertaining, and he's kind of got somewhat of a similar personality to Rich Rod, and so I like listening to him talk, even though that's probably not the popular answer.
Guy sounds like George W. Bush.
He does.
My opinion of him. One more thing before we let you go, Daniel. Obviously, in SoCal, USC is always the big story. Tell me what Steve Sarkisian accomplished in his first media day, and what sort of tough questions did he need to answer as USC's new head coach?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. At this meeting, probably for the first time ever, UCLA was the bigger draw here. There was no coach had a bigger crowd around him than Jim Morris. So Sark almost flew under the radar here a little bit. He went yesterday right in front of Oregon, and they were the big thing. So I thought, he didn't have anything too tough to answer. He said he wishes he would have handled his exit a little better in Washington, which he said before. But I don't think there's just tons of questions right now because he hasn't lost any games yet, and his recruiting has been really good.
Excellent stuff. As always, Daniel, I appreciate it. This is the Arizona Wildcats video show brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. For Daniel Burke, I'm Ryan Finley, and for David Fitzsimmons, who just walked behind me in the middle of our video, the man, the myth, the legend, that's Fitz. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.